Hi everybody, we're on today 27 of our Flylady journey. Today's all about meal planning, how we can reduce all the stress around food and the evening meal in particular, how we can save a whole load of money and also create a much more peaceful atmosphere in our home in the evenings. If you're interested in that, keep watching and we'll dig right in. So, meal planning doesn't have to be hard. In fact, I want you to hold yourself back a little bit if you can. If you're like me, when I take on something new like meal planning or some other project, I go gung-ho. That's not the Flylady way. We're going to wind it back, we're going to do a baby step, and we're going to create a new habit. That's what we're doing here with our meal planning. This isn't about taking on a whole new eating plan. It's about creating a habit of planning your meals ahead of time. So often we come home from work or we've brought the kids back from school or it's time to make a meal and actually we haven't thought about it, we haven't prepared, we haven't got the food ready, but we're tired and we're hungry and it creates stress. Okay? It creates stress in the whole household. This is going to be different. So what we're going to do, you might want to do it on a piece of paper and you can put that piece of paper in your control journal. If you haven't made one of these, I'll put a link up there so you can get on to starting your control journal. They are a lot of fun and a lot of use. We're using this more and more as we work through the Flylady system. So you can write your notes on a piece of paper and add them to your control journal. You may have already half started this process without realising it. I don't know if you remember a couple of videos back I said about starting to write down what you eat for dinner and maybe putting it on your calendar or putting it in your diary. So you've got some information there if you've been doing that. If not, don't worry. Ask the family, what do they like to eat? You know, what do you like to cook? You know, what do you enjoy giving your family to eat? So think of 3 meals, okay? As I said, we're not going to bite off more than we can chew here. Just 3 meals. They might be favourites, it might be from something you've already got in your freezer or your fridge that you can use. And what I'd like you to do is write it on a little post-it note. So this one says pizza and salad. That's something that my family likes to eat. Another one is chicken curry. And the last one I've found is stir-fry veggies. I always feel good when I've filled them up with some veggies. Okay, so I could do this in my diary, but for this I'm going to do it on the calendar if you're using a calendar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those on for the next 3 days. There we go. I've got 3 days of meal planning on my calendar. Cute dog, huh? On my calendar. Now the beauty of this is that when I have had the chicken curry, I can put that note down to next week. Next week's plan is done. Pizza and salad, the family love that, I'll put that down. Stir-fry veggies, put that down. See how you're going? You're working ahead of yourself. You're not reinventing the wheel every week. Now also, don't forget to look in your calendar for the upcoming week. Maybe there's a night where you kind of don't have time to cook. The family's on the run. Maybe that's the night when you think, okay, I will buy takeaways. I will pick up something quick from the supermarket and just chuck it in the oven. Okay, so don't feel that you have to become this person who never eats takeaways. We're finding what works for your family and moving towards a more stress-free way of planning. So for example, if you have a meeting every Friday night that you like to go to, or maybe you like to go out to see a movie on a Friday night, plan that into your meals. It doesn't have to be difficult. The benefits of this, you'll see them straight away on the first evening. Over time, you'll see that you can actually start to save a whole load of money. Now, that's all we're going to do for the moment for meal planning, because a little bit later in the Flylady system, when we've got these 31 steps up and going, we delve a little bit deeper and we give each day of the week a little job to do. And one of those jobs is planning for the week to come. So the foundations that we lay today are going to help us after we've done our 31 steps. But please don't jump ahead, get the habits going, get them established, keep shining your sink, keep getting dressed to shoes, keep checking those jobs off the control journal. Another thing I must say, if this is the first time you found these videos, by all means watch the videos, but when you want to start doing the Flylady for real in your life, go back to step number 1 and take one baby step at a time. We're climbing up a staircase here, little by little, step by step. So I really encourage you to do that. If you've got some ideas that may be helpful for others about meal planning, please pop those in the comments below, because if we're all helping each other, we're all making it easier for everybody, and that can be a real service to others. Also, please think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, because I do load up videos as we go along, and as I've said, this is a process that we're going through. It's not a fix-all. So push subscribe, but also please push the bell so you know when my next video is coming up, because YouTube doesn't always tell you. It can be a little bit wobbly on that one. So please subscribe and push the bell, and you can, if you want to watch the whole lot, you could also go to the playlist and have a run through everything, so you get some idea of what the whole system is.